Hello and welcome back to the wonderful romp we're taking through the late 1990s with our cast of Harsh Realms.
Yeah! Yay, Harsh Realms!
I wasn't expecting everybody to join in on the
We are nothing if not hype people.
We're a supportive group.
Well,
You can't just hype without everybody joining.
it's so true, so true. Hello, welcome back. It's been a hot second, as we've been previously noting. It's been a few weeks, so we're going to give a little longer of a recap and a little bit of a replay at the beginning of the episode, just so everybody, including our wonderful cast, can settle on back in and get chilling. My name's Riley Gritch. I'm on Twitter and Twitch at that same fucking username. I'm leading them off with a swear. Top of the show, we're saying bad words and having horror happen. Which
Chaos.
There's going to be some horror this episode.
Horror.
It's going to deal with some potentially existential stuff. So, be aware.
Okay.
And that's me. That's me being introduced. Who would like to go next, Glyza?
Oh, wow. It is me. Hi, I am Glyza. I go by they them. Today I will be playing Andy Panganiban. I don't know where they are now. They're probably fine. I'm sure nothing has happened. I am a person of many hats. I'm a podcaster. I'm a writer. I'm a host. I don't have my script up in front of me because I wasn't ready. I should have been ready, but it's okay. You can find all of my stuff by going to bio.link/classical Glyza to see my very, very packed schedule. Because I got tired of telling everyone what my schedule is. So just go to bio.link/classical Glyza or just follow me on the internet at classical Glyza on all of the socials. All of it, because I created an Instagram account. So I got tired of explaining that I don't have Instagram. So just check out at classical Glyza everywhere else. And follow me on Twitter. I'm more active on Twitter than anywhere else. Hey, everybody else next.
Hey, Kels, you
That
want
was
to
a
take it
pretty
away?
solid intro.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, it's a hard act to follow, but I'm Kels. I'm Poker Kels on most of the socials. I don't have anything to promote right now except for this show, Harsh Realms, which is really, really fun, and it's been every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on Western time. No, I'm on Pacific time. So it's 4 p.m. here. But hey, I'm having so much fun with this, and I hope that you are too if you're watching, and you should continue to watch because I think that it's going to get pretty wild. I think it's going to get pretty out of control pretty soon. So I'm having a great time, having fun. See you. Also check out my Etsy, Red Scale Design, fantasy-inspired jewelry, and small terrariums with tiny characters from the Pokemon series and others. Only this big. Clay. Anyway. That's me. That's it. I'm gonna have to open my window too because it's too hot today. So.
Oh no!
Carry on.
While Kels opens their window, let's toss it over to Nox.
It's me, Nox. I still don't have a freaking intro. What up? All right. Hi. This is all. Oh wait, no, I do have something else to promote too. Awesome. Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Nox. I've been busy all day, so I am out of it right now, and that's why I'm being like this. You can follow me at Twitter at Noxternal_7 or on Twitch at Nox_Eternal7. It does bother me. It will continue to bother me. My roommate has brought me food. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Perfect timing. Thank you. So
good roommate.
Good roommate.
Yeah,
incredible timing.
Yeah, I'm here on Tuesdays, but I also have 2, I think, more episodes of Avatar Legends Breaking Point over at Tales from the Table Studios. That will be streaming on Thursdays. I forget which time because time is a social construct. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So you should look at that. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking now for everyone's sake.
And we'll take it on over to Renee then.
Hi, I'm Renee Rhodes. She, her. I don't feel like Knox has to give a disclaimer at all. It's okay to be scattered here. It's an intro. I am also scattered for different reasons, but there is one place you can find me consistently, and that's on Twitter at RayDeanR. Everywhere else, I am RayDean, but Twitter had that taken. So that is where you can find pretty much anything I'm working on, any streams I'm in, any podcast projects, writing projects, also pictures of cats because my cats are very cute. But if I also can be found on Saturdays on Wandering DM's channel, the Wandering Society, and then also I do have a podcast project that I've been working on recently that will be premiering in International Podcasting Month, which is next month, September. So I'm very excited to be kind of back in that scene and working on some of the creative projects that I've been unable to work on since catching COVID. So I'm very glad to be here. Thanks so much.
And finally, last but not least, and making their debut as producer of the show, it's Christiana. What the heck?
What?
Hi, everyone. I'm
Woo!
Christiana. It's my first ever time producing something, so I apologize in advance if there are like little technical things. It is a learning process, and I am so glad to have a team of amazing people who are teaching me and supporting me. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, since we're doing like peer pressure things to make people join Instagram. You can find me over on Twitter at Carpe Christie, and that's my username for everything. I don't share the problem of like having different usernames for things because it just is never taken, so I got lucky. Sorry, weird flex. But not much to promote at the moment other than this show, and then over with Riley on TTRPG, we play Avatar The Last Airbender, the RPG, and Riley also GMs us over there, and she is just as phenomenal as this one. Not as many options to be creepy and scary, but just as mind-blowing, and it is always a pleasure to sit at your table.
Well, gosh, thank you so much for that lead, Christiana. Previously on Harsh Realms, we've been introduced to the little town of Thrifton, Washington. You all know it. You all love it. The date is, as always, March 22nd, 1997. Our intrepid group of middle schoolers has set up
High schoolers.
And high schoolers, middle schoolers, and high schoolers. We don't discriminate. We're not ageist here. Have gone about their Saturdays to the best of their abilities. We have one Nicole, aka Nikki Fielder, who is an intrepid scout who was able to spot a very strange bird the first day, which was very indescribable in nature, but has come to be known as the Dicky bird. We have Adriana, better known as Andy Panganiban, whose parents are caring and rich and caring, and whose house the group was able to skirt around in the previous session and cross into parallel realms, different time periods, just a really weird mirror hallway that shows terrible things that somebody set up as a joke. Who knows? Nobody knows. That's half the show's fun. And Darty Didi Prasad as another one of our players. Didi is the child of a renowned blogger, Shireen, and their father, Ravi, a bioengineer, and has a wonderful, wonderful accent, which I haven't abused to any degree whatsoever, and nobody's getting tired of it. It's a great accent, and I'm going to run it into the ground until the end of time, because I have training when we have Tara or Tara, Troy, depending on your nationality. who has been a loyal and willful friend, taking care of everything, and whose younger brother may now be a younger sister. Things are strange in the world. We have a lot of that going around. And speaking of missing siblings, Celine Zamora, whose grandparents got you with that one, whose grandparents have dutifully been taking care of them, and whose own younger sibling has been missing, more or less. Last time, the group decided to head back to the start of what seemed to be all of their issues and problems that they've been facing. You see, this isn't the first time. It's been March 22nd, 1997 for the group. It's at least been, what is this, the third time, fourth time? You lose track when you're hopping through whatever this is. And on the final,
we almost slipped.
almost. You know, it's really great when you're doing DM monologues and you're trying to explain the campaign, and then you remember halfway through it, oh shit, I haven't actually explained half of this. We're about to go into heavy spoiler territory. I need to immediately think of other words I can use. Really just hard left into something I wasn't just about to say. We found our group headed to Melmont, which is an abandoned mining town up the Tolme River at the feet of the Cascades. And there in the evening of that Friday, it had been Friday evening that you had went back to, a day sooner, the 21st. And in the middle of this rundown town, where there is a fire pit in the center of it, the group had traversed back there in order to try and see whether they could set something up, find any clues, see perhaps if the group of people they had seen the evening after who had behaved an awful lot like a cult and put a woman on a pyre, see if that lot was around. But no, instead, Celine strode right up to the bonfire pit, and with Hale-Bopp, the great comet of 1997, hanging beautifully in the evening sky with the stars beginning to peek around the edge of the horizon, peep between the blues and dark oranges of the way the sunset had been going, Celine decided to light a fire, into which they had begun reaching towards the comet above. Long, thin, white light they had gently pulled down to the sounds of something, but to the feeling of trepidation, hesitation, pain, hurt, and a desire above all else for friendship. And Celine kept reaching up. Andy, trying to make certain that Celine was not drifting off unduly, decided to grab on as Celine reached ever further into the fire, and the link between the white-hot fire and the heavens above grew into a thicker line. And the line between where the sky ended and the earth began was slowly brought down with each handhold Celine was able to bring over, until all the bright whiteness of each of the stars blended into one another like water droplets in an ocean. And then Nikki fell into the fire and burned their hand, and in a flash of a moment, with less than any ability to surmise what had occurred, two individuals found themselves standing in a bright, clear, not evening, in Melmont. Looking around Dee Dee and Tara, the area is completely devoid of your three friends. Andy is gone. Nikki is gone. Celine is gone. They're nowhere to be seen. What is to be seen surrounding you is about 24 humans, or at least humanoid-looking figures. They all seem to be adults. All of them seem to be in black tactical gear. All of them seem to be armed with either a submachine gun or a sidearm. All of them are arms up. By arms, I mean weapons pointed at you. And in amongst the crowd of these individuals, there's one man, very familiar, who immediately, without hesitation, just says, Dee Dee? Is that you?
Papa, what are you doing here? What's going on?
And we see the now familiar form of Dee Dee's Papa, Robbie. Except, I have described Robbie in pretty much every previous instance as a man who sort of looked like this. A little dressed down, a little 90s nerdy and geeky, probably has a pocket protector to go right here, but I couldn't find one for the life of me. But a man who has all of that 90s academia with all of that 90s relaxation around him. This man looks nothing like that. He is wearing a tie. He is wearing a simple white long sleeve shirt. He's wearing a long lab coat. He's wearing black slacks, black shoes, a belt, black with a brass clasp. He is the definition of scientific. He looks buttoned up. And Robbie, you know your father, and in every iteration that you've seen him, he looks the same old jolly man that you've ever known. He has those lovely crow's feet that go at the corner of his eyes, a couple crinkles along his forehead, mostly from laughing too much, creased by smiles and too much happiness enjoyed with his wife and children. His wife and child, I should say. This man has none of those lines. There's no crow's feet clawing at the corners of his eyes. There's no wrinkles on his forehead. There's no lightness to his skin, no joy to his eyes. Simple, hard lines around his mouth that looks like he frowns often. And black and white peppered hair, the color beginning to drain out of it. He looks to be the exact same age as the Robbie you knew. It's like he's older. It's like life was harder on him, despite his presentation as a buttoned-up professional. This man, who you know as Robbie, looks before you all the world like a person who's never smiled. And he continues not to while looking at you. Simply says, Dee Dee, do not break eye contact. Hold fire. Just puts a hand up. You hear a couple buttons click off. A couple guns lower from around the circle. Every person in the area seems to relax slightly. Hi.
Tara grabs Dee Dee's arm and squeezes it a little too tight, probably.
This is your friend.
Yes.
Yes?
You know her. You know her.
Yes. Yes, I do now. Tara, lovely to meet you.
Hi.
Dee Dee. Tara. Do you have anyone else who was with you?
Yes. But I don't know where...
Is it just you two?
I don't know where they are. They
How many?
3. They disappeared.
3. Understood.
They touch the
Right.
fire.
And he just looks. The fire.
So looking around, are we still in Melmont?
Still Melma.
Is there
It's
like a
daytime now.
bonfire set up?
Looking behind you, you are able to see that the bonfire
Okay.
is right there. The only problem is it's not lit, and it doesn't look like it's been lit in a while.
I will look back at the fire and then look back a little bit helplessly at Dee Dee's dad.
Please be careful where you look.
Okay.
Yeah, Didi has
Don't
not
break eye
broken
contact
eye
with
contact.
either myself. Well, as long as you're anchored, it should be fine. We just need to keep carefully. He has not looked away from Didi at all. And he's also, you've noticed, been blinking his eyes off rhythm. One eye will blink this way, the other eye will blink when the other is open. So it's a little
Oh,
bit like
that's so I can't.
I hate that.
Sorry, I'm not here.
it's a little freaky. I understand. Just don't break eye contact, all right? It's important to maintain.
Okay.
Right.
Can
Do
I
you know
ask
where our friends
what
are?
day it is?
March 19th, and we're not sure what happened to them. Sorry, what did they engage with? How were you separated?
They touched the fire, and instead of looking, Tara will point. I know you can't look.
All right.
They
I
touched
understand.
the fire, and then the sky fell down. And now we're here. But you should also know that when they touched the fire, it was March 21st.
Right. And was that your... Were you from there?
No.
Careful on the booking.
Oh, I'm very bad at this.
It takes some practice, yes.
We were, but some people were missing.
If you had to ascribe a percentage to it, what percentage of everything felt like everything? 100% being it was exactly where you had come from, 0% it shared nothing like it. Ballpark estimate.
Maybe like
Either of you,
95?
please.
7. I was going to say maybe
95.
75.
97? 95 to 97. Understood.
The day we left, but then before that day, we were in a much weirder time.
Oh. You said they touched the fire, your friend. Sorry, what are their names?
Andy, Nikki,
Andy.
And
Celine.
Nikki. Celine. Andy, Nikki, Celine. That's Evan's kid. I don't know Nikki. Is that the Zamora's grandchild?
Celine, yes.
Right. Do you have a last name on the second one?
Fletcher.
No. Fletcher. All right. Fletcher. Aren't even. Right. Okay. Fire. Well, that's unfortunate because, and he just looks up, and you're able to see the significant difference in this particular universe. At this point, there is
Wait.
no sky.
What? So.
Right. So. Just make sure to keep me in your periphery if you look around. That should be fine. You're 5 degrees away separated, so it shouldn't be that... Hold on. Cook! About face. You just see one of the members in the circle just turn completely opposite. Give us a 5 count. Cook still there? Everybody, like, nods in the circle. The guy has just turned backwards and, like, not moved. All right, Cook. All right, we've got a little more wiggle room. We don't have to do the eye thing now. You may return to blinking automatically. Oh. Yes.
Why is the sky gone?
Yes. Collapse function.
Is that what our friends
Function.
did?
Your Didi's friends, yes. Right. That would put you not quite in high school. Right. So, your friends may all be dead.
No.
Or they may be trapped between relative observable realities. It's difficult to say. Your eigenstate is coterminous to a stable degree. Sorry. Your friends are relatively nearby if they're to be located. If they can be located.
We have to find them.
Yes, you're absolutely right, we do. So how long had you known each other? And then just hard cut to the other. He's going to ask you a whole bunch of, like, how long have you known stuff, and, like, essentially ask you to catch up. So we can do that, or we can skip over to the other world and assume that you tell him the things. Unless you would like to withhold certain information. All right, so let's RP that out then. Dee, I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
And you, Tara, as well. Are you willing to share the information about your friends with us?
Will it help you?
Who are
bring them back?
you?
All good questions. First and foremost, how will we bring them back? Well, carefully, and only with your help, as you are now the only way that they can be anchored through space-time. Second of all, what was your question, Tara?
Who are you? In like a general sense,
yes.
I've met you before.
Yes. I'm Ravi.
Yes.
Yes. I'm a researcher with the Institute.
And what does...
She hasn't mentioned, Didi, you haven't mentioned my work to Tara, have you? Oh, I suppose. No, that would be the case, wouldn't it? I work with the Blackwell Institute.
Is that to the GM? Is that the institute that I know it to be called? Has that always been the name?
Nope. Yes, it has.
I knew you were a scientist.
I am. You are in an alternate reality, a different realm.
We know about those. And I think we had at least figured out some of the anchoring concept.
Yes. Good. Well, partially. That would be why you were able to... He just points up at the sky. You look up. When I say there's no sky, it's not like the entirety of the sky is black and there's no light, you know? It's a file not there missing image.
What?
Yeah, you look up in the sky and it is a gray slate. And it just has repeating across it, file not found. In that way that when you open a picture that's been deleted online, completely gone. And it's just
Renee just almost said a
across
very unterra-like word.
You mean like 40 error 404? File not found.
Yeah.
Are we in a freaking simulation?
No, not a simulation. So far as we can tell, what happened with that is... Look, it's difficult to explain this. It's like... All right. Basics first. I'm Ravi. I was Dee Dee's father. I am a scientist still. And in this reality, I took my work more seriously. And I work at the Institute.
You were Dee Dee's father?
Yes, she died. It makes no sense to me to keep it a secret. You were, in this reality, killed by a werewolf.
What?
Yes.
That's kind of badass, but that sucks.
Dee Dee.
I'm
was
sorry.
kind of
I'm
badass.
traumatized.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay.
There's two.
Okay, so werewolves are real.
In this reality, yes. What you need to understand about... How long what?
How long ago?
Oh. How old are you now? You look... early teens?
I'm almost 13.
13. 8 years.
I am really sorry.
I've had plenty of time to get over it.
Wait. Okay, so this
Got over me.
is important to me.
Yes.
Why should we tell you everything?
What you need to understand about reality is that it's not solid. It's not as stable as you would predict. It's more a liquid. And no, that would be a good metaphor. Let's say that you, Tara, have been used to swimming in the pool you have. Do you have a pool at your house, Tara?
No.
Great.
I
You have been used to swimming at a pool in a house in your alternate reality house. Just go with me here.
Yes.
You love swimming, what have you. It's a great time for you. You get thrown into a swimming pool where the sodium content is quite different than the one you've been used to swimming in. You would have difficulty swimming in it, yes.
Yes.
Now let's say that you're thrown into a pool of pudding. Do you think you would have more difficulty swimming in that rather than the salt?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Potentially it would be different, a different experience, right?
Sure.
Right. You've been thrown into a different swimming pool, and all of the baggage that you have from your reality is at odds currently with this one. Two small, differing degrees. However, it can cause waves and repercussions. I'm not explaining this well. Look.
No, Dee Dee is very smart.
Sure. And then you just see the entirety of reality shimmer for a moment. Do you have a dog, a pet, anything that you could tell me? It can be inconsequential. I just need to know something about you. Small, anything.
I have an 8-year-old brother named Scott.
And you sit there for a moment, and nothing happens. Great, Scott. That's helpful.
God damn it, Riley.
Thank you. I did have to. Okay. Great. We have an anchor point now. It's small. The more information you are able to... Listen, the more I know about you, the less likely I am to not know things about you. Do you understand? You've been thrown into a pool, and all of the facts about your reality are lifelines that I can hold on to and keep you from drowning. Does that make sense? Right.
Yes.
So we have Scott. We're going to think about Scott now. Your brother, your younger brother. We're going to think about... Dee Dee, which of your friends are you closest with?
Tara.
Aside from the one we have in this reality who I don't need to bring back, which of your friends are you closest with? Sorry, what was that?
You.
All right. We can deal with that. What was the me in your reality doing the last time you spoke with him?
Poker night.
Yeah.
Poker night.
He was going to play poker with some other dads.
Any of them that you knew as friends?
The Panganiban dad.
Right. All right. Right. Okay. Cook, Young. And he just motions over, and two guys bring over what looks to be a Walkman with old style. You know those old, inflexible, solid plastic earbuds that go over your head? Yeah. Those. He brings you a set of those. And he puts it in. He just says, all right. I need you, Dee Dee, Tara. Keep thinking about Scott.
Great, Scott.
Great, Scott. Dee Dee, I need you to think about Mr. Panganiban. and your father. I need you to think about your father in sequence, your father's game, your father's friend, Mr. Ponganiban, and then consequently throughout that, I need you to think of Andy. Right? Can you do that for me, darling?
Yes.
Right. There's a good go. Okay. Put this in. When you hear Andy, she'll be able to hear you. Right? I'm going to hit play. It's going to get really weird.
Okay.
Right. Remember, me, game, Ponganiban, Andy. Right?
You, game, Paganiban,
Right.
Andy.
Tara, what are you
Scott!
thinking about? Scott. Righto. Here we go. Hits a button. We see the entire world zoom out at every angle from the three of you. It's like the Earth drops at the same time that the horizon drops. Everything just gets further away instantaneously until even the sky, with its image missing, like spread all over it, miles and miles into every direction, zooms outward until darkness envelopes everything. I need you to make a roll. I will let you have it be a brains, charm, or grit. But I need you to know that before you make this roll, you can't use the one you pick. You have 4 rolls. You have 3 rolls that you are going to need to make. So you will have to decide brains, charm, and grit. What order do you do them in?
Oh.
You will be allowed 1 fail, and that 1 fail can be corrected by Tara. And if we get to the fail, we'll deal with that. But in universe terms, as the world is zooming out at every corner from you, Robbie just looks at you, Dee, and says, we don't have a lot of space with this, all right? So, each in turn, access whatever emotionality you can and tie it to something important. Tara, if we should falter, we have 1 shot to recuperate. Dee Dee, go ahead, reach out. So,
Okay.
brains, charm, or grit, whichever you use now, you won't be able to use later.
I'm going to start with grit.
Appropriate.
It's a D10 for me.
Okay.
I have any. There's no plus anything, right? That's a 9.
9. Okay. That's actually good enough.
You've got
Andy,
this, Andy.
Glyza, dear Glyza,
Yes.
would you describe a typical poker night for Manuel and his friends?
Honestly, the typical poker night for Manuel and his friends is they all think they're really good at poker, but they're not. They're all terrible at. They know the gameplay, but they're not very good. And I know 100% if somebody good actually joins their game, they will win, and Manuel himself will lose a lot of money. So that is a typical poker night. Now, is Ravi good at poker? That could be something to be decided by anyone else. But Manuel and his friends are not good.
Yeah, we have a hilarious thing here. As you zoom in, you see the sitting room that you were all in at Andy's house, the one that Andy's mom, Bernadette, had. Bernadette, right? I'm not missing that. Bernadette, yeah. Had brought you snacks in. All you see is Ravi, a much happier, healthier, familiar Ravi, sitting at the table. Cards in front of him, a fat stack of tokens in front of him, and cash at this point. It's a real winner's pool. And you see him sitting there. There's only blackness around you. There's only the four of you. You see part of the table, and you see his pile of coins. And the Robbie that you're with just points and says, "Good job." Right.
Papa?
No. Are you talking to him?
Yeah.
Don't. You see your word reverberate out as you said Papa. And everything shakes. That isn't you. That isn't this other Ravi. And that isn't Tara. All three of you are there in the dark. And the vision of the table, of the pile of tokens, of the Ravi you knew, shimmers, and his jaw breaks in half and flips around to the back side of his head, and his hair turns into worms momentarily. And then each of them squiggles back inside his head, and his jaw resets itself.
She's scared to say anything or make a sound.
The other Ravi just gently sets a hand on your shoulder and says, "Do you remember what I spoke to you about stability, right? We are in unstable space-time. Terra has us tethered to the more stable bits. We are in the wind, so to speak. So if you disturb the waters, there's no telling what may rise out of them, if that makes sense. Never interact with anything here. I just need you to think. Focus on emotionality. Right? Pause! Camera swing. We see three teens in a completely empty, broken space of whiteness. There is nothing around them. Except for the three of you. Andy, Nikki, Celine.
What happened? Where is everything? Where is everybody? Are you guys okay?
Are you okay? Look at your hand.
Yeah, that's Does it hurt? Is it bad?
Oh, I don't like that.
Why are you laughing?
Please roll a guts.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry,
Don't say
grit.
that. A grit? Okay. Grit. There it is. D12. Oh goodness. Oh, it's a 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that doesn't beat a 4. I'm sorry.
Adversity token.
Yeah, adversity token for sure. The good news is that it doesn't hurt. The bad news is that as suddenly as you are alerted to what's wrong with your hand by Celine, you look. It was your left one, correct? That one time, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it is left. Yeah. You look at your left hand, and it's here, and it is also here, and it is also here, and it is also here, here, here. About 14 different directions, some of them the wrong one, that your hand and arm is going in.
Oh shit!
It should also be noted that as you move and close your hand and arm, pieces of the other hands and arms begin to break off like little ribbons and blow away like daffodils in the breeze.
How? How did you do that?
I'm left-handed.
I'm going to reach at the other like parts of the hands that are like blowing it, that are avenging it out of their like, you know.
Yeah, it has the consistency of like cotton candy. It just peels away the other hands and has the lightness of the foam you get out of like an old chair or something. It's got down like qualities. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to just basically like
Peel.
take it all away. Like sort of like, all right.
I can't watch. I can't watch. Don't.
You're able to do that, and parts of the main hand begin peeling away as well.
Oh no! I should not. I'll stop now.
Don't take my hand off. Please don't take it off.
Okay. I think I got most of the weird parts out.
Okay.
I may have gotten some of the main hand a little bit, but most of it is gone.
What?
Like most of
You
it.
took my.
No, never mind. Nothing. It's fine. It's good. We're cool. We're cool. We're fine.
As you look at it, Nikki, you now have a hand. What Andy has done is approximate a hand. There's still a little bit of ribbon coming off that's functioning as a thumb. It meets right here as opposed to here on your hand. The middle finger is really dexterous. It's out here and not like, yeah, it's just.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh, she's horrified.
It's okay.
She's
not a lot of it left. Yeah.
She's barely able to contain it. She's like sickened by it, and it's just like it doesn't hurt, but I can't. I don't. Where the hell are we? Is this hell? Are we in hell?
Complete
Devil?
whiteness. Everything surrounding you.
And I remember the feeling that I had. That's why I reached out to like go up the friend thing, and I go and I shout, "Hello, are you here? Hello, friend thing."
Celine's gonna grab, like, just wrap her arm around Nikki's shoulder and like pull her closer as Andy does something that is potentially going to get them killed.
Wrapping your arm around Nikki's shoulder, you are able to see that her arm splits off a little bit, where you like when you put it down on her shoulder to like hold the shoulder in, it crinkles a little bit like wrapping paper.
Oh no.
So like there's space between where her shoulder is, but there's nothing underneath it. It's not like there's any bone or muscle or
Celine
flesh
wants
or
to
blood.
punch herself in the leg.
You pinch yourself in the leg. Little bit of you comes off with it.
As I see everybody doing this, I go, well,
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't
And
touch each other or ourselves.
As you say that, and as that is said moments after your big hello, is anybody there? You just hear from a distance, very low, very slow, very distorted. Papa.
No, no, no.
And the sky breaks in half.
Riley.
At a wrong angle. And you see above you, in the great whiteness that you're able to see out of where the crack has broken, you look out, and there, in the distance, in this weird black space, are Dee Dee. Is that Dee Dee and Tara and another Ravi? That's very strange. Huh, odd. And then it all closes up again for a moment. And it's gone.
Okay, no judgment. But what the hell did you guys do? What happened? 1 second I was standing in the bonfire and I fell in it. What happened?
So you know how I put my hand in the fire?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't
And that-
burn.
Yeah.
And then I saw the comet. So I reached up towards it to see if I'd float like the creepy lady from the cult. And to see if maybe if I did the cult thing, I could bring everybody back. And the comet light thing said it was my friend. So I tried to pull it down to Earth with us.
So, are we dead then? So this is hell? Because if the comet hit Earth right on top of us, did we die?
What have we done that makes you think we're going to hell?
Honestly, maybe I thought it was the default unless you were like the best.
We're going to table this conversation for later. But no, sweet.
I also heard a friend voice, but instead of pulling them down, I just kind of like jumped up. I guess that's what I did.
So then where's your guys' friend?
I don't know. That's what I was calling out for until we heard that weird pop. What's happening?
We might have a little bit of reverb coming through here. Some technical issues, folks. I don't know whose monitor that's coming out of.
Okay, so that's not part of the campaign.
No. I would love to pull
too.
some freaky shit like that on you, but no, I don't have that power.
Let's just say it did happen.
What are you talking about, Riley? You just did pull that freaky shit on us.
Freaked out.
I need a moment to breathe.
I got scared.
Riley, what does it say about this campaign that we legitimately thought you
fully
did
believe
that
this was
as
all part of
murder?
it.
I was like,
Oh, man.
I had my headset on. That's not what happened.
It honestly could have just been me. I don't know.
It might have been. Who knows? That's funny though.
Reality is breaking.
I'm gonna breathe a moment.
Where's my inhaler? I'm about to pull a Leo.
As you all are recuperating and looking around, Nikki, you, yeah, that's true. Nikki, you were able to say, sorry, I forgot about something. You were able to see in the distance the only other figure in the area, apart from your three friends you just saw at the break of whatever this is.
Andy, Celine, is that a friend?
I am going to look hard and see if it is friend shaped.
Great. Would you mind giving me a brains?
Oh no.
Sure. I can give you a brains.
What's your dice on brains, by the way?
Let me. I can pull that up.
Uh-huh.
It is a I'm smart. D10.
Hey,
Well,
D10. That's great.
That's not
to know.
really smart.
That's good to know because it's a 6 to beat. So.
Oh, cool. That's fine. I can do that.
It's good.
How many adversity tokens have I gotten? Let me see. I've gotten
one, but I can give you one. I can give it to you in this moment.
I'm going to say you at least have one because I remember you at least having one.
I'm just looking for my notes because I rolled a 4 and I don't want to fail stuff at the moment. I feel like I shouldn't be failing anything in this.
If Glyza fails, is it not friend shaped?
Four's fine. No, 4's fine. It looks Actually, surprisingly, yeah, go on.
I have 2.
You have
And I'm
2.
going to use it all.
Great. Throw it all, and that brings it up to a 6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
So since this, it's been a second since we all played this, it's nice to refamiliarize yourself with the rules. So this is the Kids on Bikes system. When you are rolling for successes and failures, you can succeed by meeting it. So that's if this had been a 6. No, this was a 6. You meet it, right?
I did. I mean,
So since you met it, you succeed, but just barely. Which in this instance, yes, it's friend-shaped, but not in a good way, because the visage walking towards you has only one hand and too many nickies attached to it.
Ah!
that's not.
Friend-shaped. Oh my
That's-
god.
That,
Damn it!
What?
It's shaped like Nikki, so
You said
Oh.
You asked. It's a Nikki-shaped thing. Nikki's a friend. That makes sense, right?
I think it's you, Nikki, but only one hand and multiple you.
That's not me. Don't make that me. Don't make that me in your mind.
Is it coming towards us?
Are you asking that out loud?
Yes.
You look and you ask, is it coming towards us? And you see it noticeably lurch towards the three of you.
Right. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Run!
I'm with Celine.
Okay, let's go.
I need the three of you to make a flight check.
Oh
jeez.
no. No.
Thank God my
no.
flight is high.
It's a D6
My-
for me, so Andy's gonna leave us all in the dust.
Yeah, if
Um,
anybody rolls less than a 4, let me know.
That's not fair. Mine's a 4.
I
My
roll,
No. I
rolled
mean
a
my
one.
D. It's a D4. I haven't
Oh.
rolled yet.
I rolled a 1 on a D20.
1 on a d20.
I rolled a 3 on a D6.
I can't find my dice.
We all did it.
We all failed.
I can't find my dice.
I'm just gonna write an adversity token again right here on my notes.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on. Okay, come
I
on.
believe
This,
in you,
be
Nuts.
good to me. Be good to me. Be good to me. Oh, I dropped it. It's a 4!
Hey, the only one who made it.
Wait, so if I use my 1 token, I can bump it to a 4?
Yeah, that you can.
And I'm gonna do that. I'm
All
gonna
right,
do
there
that.
you go.
So.
Wait,
Are we gonna just leave Andy?
So the only one who didn't
Well-
make it is Andy. You got a 1?
yep, I got a 1.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, that's another adversity token for Andy.
Sweet.
Oh, no.
As the
This
three
is
of
fine. We're all good.
It's fine. Yeah, no, for sure. Everything's fine. It's all good. As the three of you are running away and running from it, Andy, you feel a kick at your heels, and then your right foot comes out from underneath you as you trip and fall to the ground. Turning around, you are able to see that Nikki, or at least one of the Nickies that is coming off of this other Nikki, has been treated as an elongated appendage, and that Nikki's head is being used as a hand to wrap around your ankle and attempt to drag you back to the other Nickies.
Okay.
Wait,
Hi.
when you say Andy's right foot comes out from underneath,
No, I
Mhm.
just fell down, right? That's just what you mean, right?
Like,
I
yeah.
didn't get cut off.
not
Right.
like
Just fell
losing
down.
the right leg.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just
just
making
fell
sure
down.
Just making sure words are what I understand.
Hey, words are important here at Harsh Realms. We want to make sure of that, you know? So.
Today's sponsor is words.
Today's sponsor is the specificity of the English language.
Okay. As I am being dragged to the other Nickies with a Nikki head on my foot, I'm gonna go, "Hey, Nikki, what's up? And I'm shaking my foot.
As you shaking the foot, Nox, I need you to roll the d4 again because you exploded. When you
Oh.
get Max rolling a dice. Big shout out to Exo Girl Wonder in the chat for reminding us of that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, where the frick is my... There it
Where
is.
the frick's the 4? Ah, frick.
That was a 3.
3. Do you... No, that's a 3, so that's a 7 overall. You can pick Andy up if you would like to. You can essentially make it so that this isn't a knockdown for Andy, it's a trip up. Do you want to do that? Or
I'm scared of
the
how you're
selfish
phrasing
choice,
this.
you can choose to put even more distance between you and the other Nikki.
Do it. Do the selfish choice. I want to explore.
See, I would. Like, me as a person, like...
Do the selfish choice. Just go. It's fine. You didn't see me fall. I want to see where this is. I want to see where this is going.
Oh, but Glyza, but the problem here is everybody's made Goody Two Shoes best friends.
I know. Everybody's like so
You
nice to
literally
each
pulled
other.
Celine out of, like... That was probably hell. That probably was hell. You literally pulled Celine out. Oh god.
Hashtag help Andy, I guess.
Can I roll a dice to see if I want to help? Because I cannot decide.
Live your life by the means you choose to, you know? Like,
Alright.
no gods, no masters.
Evens, I
Odds
help.
because I
Okay, no.
because I help it. I mean, I hate odds, so I will be the
Okay.
don't help me at odds. I don't know, whatever.
It was a nat 20.
Damn it! The
So
dice is not on my side.
You were able to pick Andy up as you're. Hey, Nikki, you're a little different. Like,
I'm right over here. I'm not that.
as you're able to peel Andy away from that, a part of Andy's leg comes with that, and it's missing, but it doesn't stop you from walking. There's just a space where your heel is supposed to meet the bottom of your foot, and there's just nothing there.
Ooh, give me back my leg!
Can I? Oh,
but
God,
I am
this is a bad
running
idea.
away, I guess.
Yeah, you're Christopher walking away for sure.
This is a bad idea, isn't it? What I'm thinking.
What's the bad idea?
She likes that too much.
So
What is it, Celine?
What is Celine? It's the Nikki with her cane.
The Nikki appendage.
I'm gonna need you to do a fight.
That's a D6.
It's a D6. Yeah. That's real good because it's a 6 to accomplish this.
Oh, come on!
I set the problems. I didn't choose for all of you to be. All right, well, blow it up. Blow it up, and let's see how far she goes.
That's a 5.
Celine's unstoppable. Celine is unstoppable. Someone help!
That's an 11.
That is an 11. I said 6, so that is by more than 5. You succeed quite impressively.
Unbelievable.
You are able to beat apart the other Nikki and knock some of the Nikki's attached off. They splash like water against the ground and splinter into 1,000 pieces of other Nikki as they are washed away into small pools of this other Nikki.
Can I grab my leg?
Yeah, you can grab your leg. Do you want to put it back on you?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I do.
You grab the portion of your leg that was taken off and slap it back on, and it's right as rain.
Cool.
I accidentally do the thing where now we're fighting 1,000 duck-sized horses instead of one horse-sized duck by hitting these Nikkies.
Or is it a pool?
Or did they like disintegrate and melt?
You're trying to decide which is more fun, isn't it?
Did I just give Riley an
I
idea?
love this group. I love smart tables. Sometimes they steal my thunder just a smidge. Because, you think you're clever. You think you're going to be clever with a thing and say it, and they're going to be like, oh, wow. And then they say it, and you're like, do I do the thing and go with that? And now it's kind of anticlimactic. And then
Sorry.
you try and think of something else, and you're like, is there anything better to do with this? No, not really. That really was the best scenario, and, just because a player called it doesn't alleviate that. It doesn't make it any less, you know? If you're a DM and you've ever been in this position, I just want you to know you're not alone, okay? You're not alone. There's others of us out there. We're all going through it. Keep the strength. Anyway, there's 1,000 Nickies now, and we're going to break. So thank you all for joining us for the first half of Harsh Realms. We'll see you after this break. See you in 5, folks.
Okay.
Welcome back to Girls Run These Worlds and our typical Tuesday show of Season 1 of Harsh Realms. I'm Riley. I bought this long sleeve shirt at Costco. It is Kirkland brand Gritch. And I'm here bringing you back to, well, 3 teenagers now running from a 1,000-deep horde of facsimiles that are slowly falling apart on different appendages, their arms and legs being treated just as means of propulsion, and their heads and sides and whatever they can to use propel them as well also. And they're about a third the size of a normal Nikki, so that's fun.
Normal Nikki is 5'2". Right now.
5'2", huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do some
Might
math.
be taller in high school, but she's still pretty young.
5 inches. 5 feet is 60 inches, plus 2 is 62. All right. There we go. So 62 divided by 3.
I have no idea what's happening. Math time.
You have
Yes,
to
I'm
figure out
getting
how-
the exact height of those Nickies. They are
62
exactly
inches.
1 foot and about just shy of 75% of a second foot long. So, foot and 3/4 high.
I
So
don't like this.
hypothetically,
I
could
don't
we
like these.
step on them?
Kick them.
Would you like to do that?
I shouldn't.
I'm going to step on one of
I
them.
have poor fight.
Anybody who's stepping on the Nickies needs to make for me either a fight or a brawn, and it needs to be above a 5.
Okay. I'm going to step on one of them because why
Okay.
not?
I don't think I'm gonna make either of those rolls.
Let me see. All right, why
What
not?
was it? Fight? Dang it.
Or
What did I-
brawn.
All right. My brawn is weak. So I'm going to do a fight. It's okay. I'm just going to step on one of them.
What I have to hit?
5.
I hit a 5 on brawn.
I hit a 6 on fight.
Well, they're only about a foot and some odd inches tall, so it's real easy to beat the crap out of these things. Like, there's not a lot of substantiation to that. So Celine and Andy just start kicking and stomping on them. And
Every time I
From-
stomp and kick on one of them, I go, I'm sorry, Nikki. Sorry, Nikki.
From
Sorry.
like 5 feet away, Nikki's like, "It's okay. It's cool. It's fine. It's okay." But she can't bring herself to actually stomp out her own tiny miniatures. It's just too weird for her.
I want to point out Celine started this off by going, "We need to run away," and then immediately beat Nikki with a cane and is now stomping on.
that's true. That's true. We've
Nikki's like
we've-
seeing all it and is like, they just have to do it because it's bad. They don't feel that way about me, the real me. Like, that's the monologue playing in my head.
Meanwhile, Celine's going, "Die, die, die!"
Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna pause on that and go back to the scene of Tara. We're gonna leave Andy and Celine
Oh my God.
stomping on endless clones of Nikki for just a moment, while we go back over to Tara, the other Ravi, and Dee Dee looking at the Ravi playing at the table. Just sort of like nods. All right. Tara, can you tell us anything else about something that you think would be a veritable factor? Anything different from your realm?
In my life?
A truth, yes, a fact.
My dad works for a software company.
Works for a software company. Right. Okay. Dee Dee, are you ready?
Mhm.
All right. Think of Mr. Ponganiba.
Okay.
And now feel free to choose whichever one you chose. Brains last. No, you chose grit last time,
grit.
right? You
Yes.
chose grit. So now you need to choose from brains or charm.
I'm gonna do brains. It's a D12.
Okay. D12. Okay.
It's a 2.
You don't have any tokens on you, do you?
I don't.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good and bad. It just leads to more story. So take a token, an adversity token. What do you think might have... Let's role play it out a little bit. Let's workshop this. What do you think in Dee Dee's mind might have gone wrong? You were using charm, yeah?
Brains.
Brains, okay. What do you think might have gone wrong in academically or just thoughtfully thinking about Manuel Panginiban?
I think Didi was probably trying to, instead of thinking of his physical characteristics, the color of his eyes, things like that, she was trying to think about the shapes, thinking about the way that an artist might sketch someone by using shapes to create things, and she was trying to do things proportionally before thinking about details, just trying to create the shape of the head, the shape of the arms, how he moved, rather than thinking about the color of his hair, the way his shoulders moved when he laughed, or anything like that. She was a little too technical with it.
Interesting. Got it.
So I am interjecting because you did mention I could help somehow, but I don't know that I know she's failed yet. So.
Yeah. Your help comes as it's going to be a failure, and then you're going to need to fix it, basically. So what occurs is those exact things begin to actuate and materialize Dee Dee in the exact way that you described them. The proportions, the shape, the way that Manuel Panginiban moves is all actualized and materialized sitting across the table from the Robbie who's playing poker. And in thinking of other people at the table, you were probably like, there's probably people there. And you see figures actualize and materialize as well. They're not detailed. They're just fuzzy humanoid shapes, like a shadow at the end of a long hallway. Manuel Panginiban is too specific. Do you know how you look at somebody and you'll see them the way that you've always seen them, and you'll just like, yeah, that's them. And then you just take that brief ever so moment to like really look at this person you've seen. It could be like a really close friend, or like your mom, or somebody who's just presence every day comes about, and you just see them. And then you really see them. You like look at them for the first time in a while, and you notice they've gotten older. Their face has a slightly different shape. Not that it's different, but it's more particular. Mm-hmm. When you look at people, you sort of gloss over these facts and details. Your brain kind of just puts together, there's Glyza, there's Chris. I see them, I know how they are. But if you ever focus too much on a person, it's like they look like someone else, right? Like just a little bit. Suddenly your friend is just like a little bit like, oh, that's how they look, but I guess I hadn't seen how they look. Mm-hmm. That's what happens with Manuel. He is too seen. His face is too correct. Its angles are too well enunciated. His corners are too sharp. He is too human. And when he stands up, it's with the perfect fluidity of Manuel Panginiban. But wrong. His arm moves in a specific way that completely disjoints it from itself. His face speaks and his mouth moves, but where the hole is that goes in, it covers a bit. It's like somebody put on a really specific high definition 4K skin onto like a Minecraft frame.
Oh.
It looks just wrong. It looks too high fidelity on too low fidelity of a situation. And the other Ravi just sort of like looks at you. You know, sometimes it can pay to be less precise. Let's see if we can. Tara! And he just sort of, like the other Ravi, just sort of turns to you and says, do you mind seeing if you can correct that?
Do I just imagine it?
You can do that. You can imagine it. However, things are more powerful through truths and facts than they are through imagination. However, in this instance, and he just looks over, and its arms are like moving in a really fluid, normal, human-looking way for like a Minecraft like figure. Like it just is really like at odds. And he just looks over there and he says, however, maybe we do need to abstract it quite a little bit more. Yes. Are you an artist? A hobbyist by any trade or anything? By any chance? Do you draw?
Sometimes I do word role play on forums.
Right.
Don't tell my parents, please.
Forum roleplay. Yes, of course. I wouldn't ever dream of telling your parents. Here. He just takes out a small crumpled piece of paper. It looks like a discarded sheaf from a notebook, and rummages around another pocket for a pen and just hands it to you. Please draw him as you imagine him, not as he is. Can you do that?
I will do my best.
Okay.
I mean, Tara starts sketching.
Mm-hmm.
And it is 13-year-old sketching. However, it's not bad because yes, she has watched a lot of TV the past 2 years and picked up some of the art styles from the shows that she has watched. And so a lot of, obviously, just watching TV would get very, very boring. She'd have one of those, like, lap, I don't know what they're called, but, like, the lap is, like, a pillow in the bottom and a table on top.
Yeah, it's got, like, the bean things in it.
Yeah, the
exactly.
bean things. So she'd just prop herself on the couch with that and draw while she'd watch different shows. And I would say most closely it probably resembles like a Pokemon art style.
Okay. All right.
That kind of simplicity, but it's there.
I will let you roll brains or charm for this.
I will roll brains. It's just a d12 for me.
Okay. This first one's going to be a 4.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
That's a 10.
Ooh.
That's great. As you draw Manuel Panganiban, you begin like going through it, and it Dee Dee, you're able to see that this process, it takes a few minutes, right? Mm-hmm. But over the course of it, you see Tara. I imagine Tara probably like is a little nervous at first and kind of, but then gets into the rhythm of like trying to make it actually look good and that sort of zone that artists get into. Is that fair to say? Would you say?
Yeah.
And after it's completed, every time Tara is drawing pieces of Manuel, they translate to the actualization of him out there. So his leg gets a little smoother. His movements get a little less perfect, but he overall materializes and actualizes a little better. Until at the end of it, it's like watching a Manuel that somebody has described from a VHS they once saw, as opposed to a perfect rendering of an imperfect actualized being, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
And
think anytime I like can't get it to look like I'm imagining, I just like imagine. I focus on what I'm imagining, and kind of like project that onto what I'm drawing.
yeah. Okay.
Cool.
As that is happening in the white realm with the three folks stomping the ever-loving crap out of sea of endless pint-sized Nickies, partway through this, you notice, I think Andy notices it first. It's that sensation that somebody else is in the room with you. You can't really, like, as you're stomping out those Nickies and flattening them good like the pancakes they deserve to be, as you're going through that, you get the ever slight sensation that someone is looking over your shoulder.
I am immediately going to look over my shoulder.
You are able to see a crack of blackness, 2 points far in the distance, long behind you. 2 points of blackness crackling out like little lichen moss.
I'm going to go ahead towards it.
Okay. Turning away, Andy heads away from the sea of Nickies, Nikki and Celine. What are you doing?
I think that I'm eager for any excuse to like stop watching myself get mutilated by my friends. So I'm gonna be like, Andy, where are you going?
There's something there.
Do I see that off in the distance too? Same crackling?
You turn and point, and you look in the distance where the crackling is. All complete white. There's nothing there.
I don't know what you mean, Andy. What's there? There's nothing. It's all just blank.
It's like when we saw Dee Dee and Tara, the black space. It's right there.
I'm sorry, I don't see anything.
Celine's still going, die, die, die.
She's working some things out.
Listen, it's been a rough Saturday for her.
3 Saturdays.
Again and again, and then a Friday.
I think I'm gonna head that way. I think no offense, Nikki, not you. I'm done with these, Nikki.
I kind of am too. Celine,
Yeah.
I think they're good. I think it's good. Thank you, but
It should be noted that most of the Nickies have begun sprinting away from the direction of Celine at this point. Like, Andy had cleared out a pretty significant path, and like Nikki had also gotten a wide berth, but like there's just a lot of Nikki that is not moving around Celine that Celine is still going ham on.
I think they're done, Celine.
Stomps one more time. All right, what?
There's something there. Do you see it? And I point to where I would see it.
Do I see it?
No.
There's nothing there, Andy.
But I'm willing to go along because I I don't know. After all this, I'm willing to trust that what I see is not exactly what I get. So maybe
Okay.
it's real.
I am going to carefully present my hand
Mhm.
without squeezing anyone or squeezing anyone's hand, just like this.
Mhm.
Let's go together. Hold each other's hands, but no squeezing, just sort of like touch so that we don't peel off anything. And just sort of like walk towards. Usually it's the light, but this time we'll walk towards that black thing that I see right now. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. And I do that.
Okay.
Holding hands.
Touching hands.
Touching
palms.
hands.
Touching palms.
Touching palms. Touching me. Sweet.
Touching you.
It should also be noted that the piece of the leg that you lost, it's on, but there's a little. It's like when you tear a piece of paper out from something and then you put it back in there. There's a couple creases around the edge, and you can see through it a little bit. It's the same with Nikki's hand. But as the three of you go up to it, eventually, Andy, you are able to see 2 points in the wall that open out into a darkness. They're at eye level. They're at eye distance for you. Do you look in them?
Yeah.
Looking in them, they are entirely just dark, really milky. It's like you're looking underwater in a terrible, terrible fog. And you're unable to see any detail. It's just this gigantic stew of darkness. And for Nikki and Celine, looking at the spot where Andy places their face, it's just whiteness. It doesn't look like anything. It's just whiteness stretching on into forever. But they place their face against something, and there's nothing there. It's just them putting their face a little bit forward and awkwardly holding it there.
Can I punch right next to them? Like I'm trying to punch the wall they're looking out.
Sorry, you cut out there for me, Knox. What was that?
Can I can Celine punch against like the wall that Andy's looking out? Like not like where they'll hit Andy, but
yeah, flapping and punching against there's nothing.
I am going to try and put my hand through it. Just like untouching one of the palms and just being like, I'm going to try this.
Wait, what about your leg? It's already off, kind of.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't. How
can you kick up
eye
to your
level
eye
for
level?
Andy?
It's eye level. I am going to detach my foot. Can I do that? The one that's already been unattached.
How would you like to take off your foot?
I would like to reach down and sort of like unscrew it.
Twist off.
Twist off. Yeah.
It
would have been better if you just popped it off.
The worst way.
You know, have you ever tried and opened up a straw wrapper by just like twisting off the top and pulling it? That's exactly what it is.
Awesome.
And the leg behaves in exactly the same way. It tears at that nice circular thing, and then just you take it off. There's nothing inside of it. It's just a leg on the outside with a completely hollow interior. And what do you do with it?
I can still stand normally, right?
Yeah, you can still stand normally.
Okay.
In point of fact,
yes.
It's the right leg. Putting your right leg back down has you standing normally.
Awesome. That is perfect. I'm going to poke the shoe through that hole just to see if anything happens.
Brawn.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Actually,
sure
no.
Andy's lost it.
Grit.
Grit, you say?
Grit, I do say, and furthermore, I say it as a 6.
Okay.
Grit
Well,
6.
it is a 9. So
Well then. Dee Dee and Tara,
you see a bloody foot.
as you are
Oh my god.
actualizing Manuel Panganiban, Robbie begins speaking again. All right, Dee Dee. Now, you need to conceptualize your friend. This is the last portion of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Right. Now, if everything has gone well, and I think Tara, your friend, is it pronounced Tara or Tara? My apologies.
It's Tara, but Dee Dee can say it however she wants.
Of course she can. Tara. I think you've done well enough. I need you to think about the happiest thing you've ever thought of. Can you do that?
Okay.
All right. Dee Dee, I need you to... Whoa! And then the entire world shakes as
Do not say a fucking shoe.
a
Giant-
shoe punches through the blackness and presses out, splintering into every direction, cascades of white coming with it. And
My grip
it is,
tightens on Dee Dee's arm again.
yeah, definitely so, I would imagine, yeah?
Yeah.
Probably.
And with this, you see a giant familiar foot press its way through.
Yeah, I'll pay
As-
attention to Andy's foot.
As
I was gonna say, how
Andy's,
well do you know
as
Andy's?
Andy's foot, the size of 3 football fields, bursts through the space above you, completely
Ew.
eradicating the whatever structure you were previously in. White is blending into black, darkness is blending into light. Manuel Panganiban is running around literally with his head cut off. The Poker Ravi is laughing maniacally, and the thousands upon thousands of Nickies are cascading over the edge of this rupture and flooding into the breach between.
Are they huge or are they small still?
They are small compared to you.
Okay.
However, they are a veritable ocean of Nickies, and
They
the
are
ones
many.
that they are many, and the ones Celine killed just made more Nickies that are smaller. So when I say an ocean, I mean a tsunami's worth of torrential Nickies pours over the edge of this breach and begins flooding this area.
So would you say that's harder to swim through than salt or pudding?
I would say that is at least more difficult to swim through than pudding. Yes.
Everything Celine has done in the past 2 episodes has been for the worst, like, has been for ruining everything for
Or
everyone
the best.
else.
Or the best.
You just...
Did I do that?
Robbie just looks at you. The other Robbie just looks down at you, looks up. No, we're having a secondary collapse. And you see where the dark is meeting the white. It's undoing the both of them and slipping into... You know how when you're mixing milk into coffee, eventually it just becomes sort of a slurry of nice, lighter brown liquid as opposed to dark blackness of death and the white purity of like lactose.
Mhm.
Your reality is the dark black coffee. Dee Dee and Tara, and Andy, Nikki, and Celine, that reality is the lactose milky whiteness. And the delicious brown conglomeration that is typically what you would want out of a coffee is non-existence pulling at the threads of reality and is now eating it apart at the seams.
It's no good. Doesn't sound good.
What do we do?
Oh no, this is great. Yeah, this shouldn't take more than a couple seconds.
Oh, all right.
Right. Is that your friend? Points up. And you just see up on the ledge, Nikki's pouring around them is Andy, Nikki, and Celine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I say, please don't let go of my hand. I don't want you to mistake me for one of these later.
Is my foot back?
Yes, actually.
Okay, cool.
Also, Nikki's hand is better.
You're okay.
Can
Right.
we?
Hey!
This is going to be a lot easier. I need you to just anchor your friend, think about them. It's really easy with them here. And go ahead. So, choose the final roll. It is 2.
It's
2 to beat.
Okay. I have a D8 for charm is the last one.
Great. Let's roll that.
It's a 2.
Fantastic. You beat it. Congratulations. The best roll of all time.
So close.
As a beautiful what is the apparatus by which you would like to let your friends down by, Dee Dee?
If you don't have one, I think there's something that'd be funny.
I think Dee Dee feels a little overwhelmed in the situation. However, she reads a lot, and her favorite book is Ella Enchanted, and it's the book that she was reading before this all started. She's in the middle of it, like reading it for the 5th or 6th time. So just like they describe in the castle at the ball, where she meets the prince, or not meets the prince, but they almost have their happily ever after. She imagines a large gold, very ornate staircase. That's the word. 2 of them actually that wind around and come down, so they could choose either way to go.
All right. And just as in out of the book's description, it is able to come down, and Andy, Nikki, and Celine are able to descend via whichever of the 2 golden staircases you would like, left or right.
I don't care which side, but I'm going with you guys. And also, this staircase looks like Cinderella's staircase.
Quite nice.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go
You're
towards the
right.
right because right makes might. Is something that my dad always says. Right.
As you say that out loud, Manuel's voice rings out in many different iterations. Right makes might, right makes might, right makes might. Just all like echoing from every corner. Right.
Do you think they'll have staircases like that in that new Cinderella movie coming out later?
Yeah, they better. The one with Brandy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was looking forward to that so much.
I like that movie because there's gonna be a Filipino guy in it, and I didn't think
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
happening.
We have to go watch it if
Exactly,
we ever
yeah.
get back to our actual timeline.
Yeah,
should
we
go
need to
watch
like
it.
have time moving forward first so that it actually comes out.
We have to save
Like,
the world,
can't
guys.
keep going
We keep
backwards.
going
We have
backwards.
to get to Cinderella.
We have to save the world so we can go watch Cinderella.
Oh no, there's no going back to the version of reality that you left. It's dead.
What?
What?
No, wait a minute.
Wait, are we never getting Cinderella?
Well, that's not to say it can't be done. I'm just saying that the one... You can't go back the way you just came. This is one way only, so to speak.
That can't be right. There has to be another way. There has to be.
There's not, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Okay, but the reality we just came from wasn't our original reality.
Oh, well, that's good.
Okay, so we can still potentially get back to our real reality?
We
Yeah,
just
we were
murdered
friends.
that reality?
Does that have to do with the collapse?
All right.
Was it hell?
No. All right. Well, to explain, if that wasn't your reality, which you came from, no problems at all. You just burnt the most very convenient bridge to get back to yours, however. That's the problem. Still a one-way street, I'm afraid.
Trapped.
Yes.
Here?
Oh, no, here isn't anywhere. It's not. And he just points around. All the Nickies are spilling into an endless ocean. Manuel Ponganibon is unraveling slowly, falling
What's
into
happening
like
to my
the-
dad?
Oh, he's well, he's not really needed anymore, so he's deactualizing. And you see parts of him burst into flowers and erupt into butterflies and fly off.
I wish that the extra bees would do that.
Where is your here? Where are
Oh,
you
it was
from?
where... Oh, yes, right. Yeah, we should probably return. Tara! You still
Yes.
have that memory?
Yes.
Happiest thing you've ever experienced, yes?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we can go back to that reality, and I can explain to you there. However, if there's anything you would like to take from here, and he just sort of gestures around the spilling Manuel, like bursting into different versions of himself. The, at this point, maniacally laughing Ravi with a dragon's hoard of poker chips that he's just sitting on. And when I say an ocean, it is now like a starry night's worth of Nickies, where each one of them is a distant little Nicky star. If you would like
Oh gosh.
any of this, you may feel free to take it, of course. And we can reactualize to my reality and head back on that way. Or we can stay here for a little longer.
I have a question.
Yes, several questions. Yes. You first and then Celine?
I'm third,
Tara.
please.
Third with Nikki. Tara, sorry, all your names. You're Nikki Fletcher, right?
Yes. Nikki says, lying.
Smashing. All right then. Andy, you first?
Yes,
Yes.
you said we would have to reactualize your reality.
Reactualize to it, yes.
What if we just reactualize to our reality?
I like that.
We could if we were closer, but we're not.
How do we get close? Okay, sorry, one question at a time. Celine,
No,
your turn.
It's all right. More can be answered, Celine. Yes.
This isn't so much a question as something Celine's probably gonna do.
It's more of a comment, yeah, than a question,
something
really.
Celine's gonna do.
All right. Do we want to have Tara go on first, then?
Sure.
Okay, Tara. Tara, you had a question.
Okay, when you say your reality,
Yes.
you mean the one where Dee Dee was killed by a werewolf?
I'm sorry, what?
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be the baseline that I am actualized towards.
Werewolves are real?
Dee Dee's dead and
What?
Apparently,
Yes, and he
we have
just-
a lot to catch you up on.
just
Okay,
got
wait.
over it.
I
Are
have one more
vampires
question.
real?
I have one more question.
Not in.
I actually also have that question.
Right? I like vampires a lot.
But okay, so say the reality we all just came from was 97% like our reality, but it wasn't our reality.
Yes.
And the one we're going to is 30%. I don't know. I really don't think werewolves are real in our reality, so I'm just kind of guessing here.
Sure.
Will we have to reality jump back from 30%?
You're very close. I do appreciate how you thought about it. It's similar to that, but not quite. So, what it is that, Celine, would you like to go now with the thing that you wanted to do, or would you like to hold off and get an explanation, potentially?
See, here's the thing. Nox, the player, thinks, ooh, explanation.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
Celine's going to try to focus again.
Great.
Oh,
Great. I love that. Uh-huh. What are you focusing on, Celine?
She's focusing on that moment where they thought things were relatively normal at the bird watching club. Like, she got there, Ravi was there, her brother was there, you know, everyone here was there and everything was fine, you know, and she's trying to focus on that reality in that moment where right after she was talking to Leo and Tara was I don't even know how to say your
Uh-huh.
name. Tara was like coming up to her and that, you know, like right before everything went bad.
That little moment of respite before everything went bad, huh? Give me a roll.
With what?
You can choose brains, flight, or grit.
Grit.
Okay.
Wait, what do I have to hit? Oh no. Okay. Come
Not on
on.
this one.
Nat 20.
Roll it again, it exploded! Roll it again, it exploded!
7.
holy fuck.
I love.
Yeah, what's up, Riley?
We're safe.
Riley.
What's
What's
up,
happening?
Riley?
We coming home?
Hey, Riley.
Is that what's happening? Are we coming home?
Are you gonna buy us
Are we
tickets to the
coming
movie?
home? What's
Riley.
up? Do you want to watch Cinderella with Brandy?
Not just
And
bullying
what-
the GM.
It never fails. It never fails. You plan for everything. You plan for everything. Really, really. You try and think of all the ways it could go. Never fails. I love
Today's
this game.
stream is called Knox Ruins Riley's Hold.
I love tabletop role-playing games, folks. Okay, we'll get to that. You're close to how it's supposed to work. You see, when you it's like being related to someone whose genetics constantly change. It's not that. Let's take your example, Tara, for instance. Let's call the reality you came from 97%, yes? For lack of a better term. Let's call mine, where I came from, 30%. It's actually not that far off, 47.8.
You have a way of measuring that.
Spitballing more, really, but yes. Yeah, let's call it 50. So, 97 and 50. When you crossed over from 97 to 50, you were able to do that because of the similarities. You were able to find yourself there because enough of your factualization made it through and leaked you into that reality, right? So it's not a matter of... The problem is, we need to not find one that is at 51% compared to our 50%. We need to find the next likeliest candidate that is 90% towards us. Do you understand? The reality you came from is 97% similar to the one I occupied, but that one was a base of 48.7 compared to your original reality. So we don't need to go back the way you came. That one is too related to a point of path that we took to get here. It's all one way. Do you see that? Where the hell are we? And then just looks around, and you are exactly back at the Grange.
Is it okay if we look around?
No. Hold on.
Are
How
the
did
other
you get...
people here
Is
with
Leo
us? This
here?
is a Renee question. Are the other, like, all the like,
Leo?
agents and stuff, or the other scientists or whatever they are?
No, not the agents.
Cool.
But everyone that Celine described in your memory is there. And so Leo is there.
But so
And
are-
Robbie, right? Robbie was there too.
Dropping off.
He dropped us off.
Robbie
yeah.
was just about to leave in the moment.
Robbie
that
was just
Celine
about to leave.
Described.
Manuel was there too, right? Dropping off
Yeah, just
Andy.
dropping me off.
Yep. And so was Celine, right? Yeah. So there's a Celine there,
Oh no.
and a Nikki,
Oh,
and an Andy, and a
Uh-oh.
Tara,
no.
I goofed it up.
We have to kill our doppelgangers.
No,
and
this is
another
so
Dee Dee.
bad.
Hold on, and you all just freeze, and everybody just looks at each other. Oh, and you just see the other Tara start freaking out and beginning to cry. The other
Absolutely.
Celine, what's that? What are those? What are those? And Leo's just pointing, what? And then the other Robbie, oh, great Scott, what's that?
I really
I'm
thought I
trying
fixed
to
things.
blink.
This Andy, the one that came from the white whatever area, goes, "Huh? I've always wanted to have a twin."
What does the other one do, Glyza?
The other one is like, "Huh? Strange." Basically, that's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We
At
I
the
think-
same time, both Nikki say, "I'm the real one, though."
Tara looks at Robbie and is like trying to do the blinking thing. This might be, we can't collapse this one.
Hands, hold on to me.
Okay.
Pulls out a gun.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh my
no,
God.
no,
No.
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 Points it at the other Robbie.
No.
Hold his hands.
You all,
Good hands.
you all are able to react as yourself and your other self. So what happens?
Both Dee-Dees are in front of Ravi like this, trying to distract.
The
Sophie tries to
Andy is
choke.
both Andys are jumping on to Ravi. One is going to backpack it, and the other is going to just like try to drag him to the ground.
Stop! No! And he like, do you want to roll bronze for both of them, and then everybody else gives me their own thing?
Yeah, I will
All right.
say other Tara collapses, just totally breaks.
Yep.
And this Tara is similar, but breaks downward to grab Ravi's leg and is not crying, but definitely is having some feelings.
Present Nikki would be trying to knock the gun away. And Nikki from the other zone is probably diving towards Dee Dee and the real Ravi.
Okay.
To protect them.
The real Ravi. Okay. I need to write these down very carefully.
The Jolly Ravi. Jolly Ravi.
And Jolly Ravi. Okay.
Let's be honest, the better Ravi.
The past Andy it had rolled a 4, and that the past Andy is the one that's backpacking because and then the me Andy it rolled a 5, and it's the one that's just trying to like sweep the leg and like make them go down, and that one is a 5.
Okay, so Prime is sweeping the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the other one
is backpacking it. It's just jumping on this Ravi's back.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Back of. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Celine and Dee Dee, those are the two left, right?
Yeah.
We got to be real careful about how we're playing now, just to let you all folks know.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Celine, what are you doing?
So.
No, both Dee Dees were jumping in front of the other Ravi, right?
Yeah, to protect.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, got it, Celine.
So, old Celine, like other Celine, is covering Leo and Tara. Like, she's like over them, like they're on the floor, like she is trying to protect them. This Celine is to the side, kind of a little bit behind Ravi, and she's gonna try to hit him in the face with her cane. Because why not?
Hit him in the head with what? You cut out there.
With her cane.
All right, I need a brawn check from you too.
It's my brawn. My brawn
It is the funniest thing to me that Celine's character is built to not be brawny, and yet 95% of the time that is her response.
Yep.
That is a 3.
All right. On the Ravi that was trying to shoot the other Ravi is just Andy, and a Celine beating the crap out of him with their cane. Just get off! One of them's going for the gun. One of them hopped onto the back of the other Ravi. 2 Dee Dees are in front of the other Ravi. Celine's blocking. It's just a mess. You don't get him completely subdued with the 2 of you, but it is 3 teenagers on 1 dude.
Wait, question.
Quick answer.
What did I need to pass?
You needed to pass a 4.
Can I use 1 adversity token?
You may use 1 adversity token, yes.
I have another question.
Yeah.
What happened to the gun?
Yeah, well, we're going to find that out real soon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is a D20. You hit him over the head with the cane, and you just managed, like, Andy was all over that shit like white on rice. Like, great job. And then it was enough for Celine to come in and just poof, like real cartoony hit the top of the guy's head. And it's crack, fall, gunshot.
Oh.
And the other Robbie crumples to the floor.
Okay.
Like dead, or like he just got hit?
Crumples to the floor.
Even with both DDs in front of him?
Oh no, not that Robbie. Sorry, that's my bad. Did I accidentally say the other Robbie?
Yeah, I
that's
don't
too bad.
know.
I'm kidding. I meant the other Robbie, the one that you came here with. That's my bad.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Okay.
lot of
Robbie?
others going
Oh.
around.
Okay,
There's a
fuck
lot
that
of
guy.
others.
I can't tell if you did that on purpose or not.
No, I didn't. I meant the other Robbie, who in my mind is the Robbie you came with. Not the other. Okay, so there's Jolly Robbie and there's other Robbie. Can we agree on
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Jolly
Okay.
Robbie and
Stern
other
Robbie?
Robbie. Okay.
Other Robbie collapses. Yes. Okay.
Cool.
Is
There we
the
go.
gun still in Ravi's hand?
No, it falls to the floor and kicks away.
Tara immediately scrambles after it.
Right. Okay.
Oh god, I don't know if I trust Tara out of everybody
All
with
right.
a gun.
Tara's got a gun.
I disagree. I think Tara's the
Tara's
most
got a
trustworthy with the
gun.
gun.
Actually, yeah.
God, I'm done. I'm going to help myself stand up.
Yep.
And I'm like, cool. And then
Yeah.
the other one goes, what's going on? And then I go, alternate realities. Cool.
Who got
That's it.
shot?
Yeah, actually, Dee Dee, if we heard a gunshot, I imagine both would immediately pan out and start looking for where the bullet went.
Brains rolls for the both of you, please.
For the both of the DDs?
Both the DDs, yep.
Ooh.
This is a 6 to beat.
Welcome back.
Meet or beat, sorry.
Wait, what's my brains? It is
Cat.
a D20.
Hey.
Come on, Dee.
Me, Dee Dee, currently a 12. Other Dee Dee that we stumbled upon, a 19.
12 and 19. Nice. I need you to make another roll.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, what would... There's so many rolls I need to have to make...
Do it.
I don't know.
love that one.
I don't know what this roll is. Let me ask you guys, because we got to put this to it. Because in my mind, from the DM's perspective, here's what happened.
Mhm.
Almost every single person threw themselves in an identifiable way onto everyone else, except for the two DDs who just flung themselves in front of the Jolly Robbie to defend him. No thoughtfulness, just a daughter's intuition to protect her father. That's the sense I'm getting from that, right?
Yeah.
That's where you wanted to go with that?
Yeah, they very likely, one of them could have gotten hit, if that's where you're going with it.
How did the two of you know which one is the one that came from that group? More importantly, actually, this is the question that needs to be answered. Yes, the two DDs know which one they are. How does the rest of the group know which one walks away and which one is the correct DD?
Our
Different
clothes? Maybe? Clothes?
You woke up on the same day in the same clothes, right?
So we woke up in our pajamas. And we changed.
What were you wearing when you went to the Grange?
I wore the same thing.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I probably wore the same.
But I said that I wore the same thing. I don't know if anyone else would have changed.
Celine would have told them the word that Kendra had told her.
Okay.
Oh,
She would have told everybody.
which is
That is an interesting runaround to know, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I guess one
Okay.
Diddy wouldn't know about the bonfire and the other one would.
I mean, we could also ask what percentage world we just came from, or like that we were going to try and go to. Something that only our DD would know.
Why wouldn't the Dee Dee just say? Like, I don't.
Also, what
see
happened
any
at the
reason-
bonfire? Old Dee Dee wouldn't know that.
This is true.
I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
I guess
sorry.
the question to have then is, would you then work out amongst yourselves who's who and which one is which?
We'd probably panic for a second, like, oh my god, Dee Dee's.
I also imagine that the Dee Dee that they've all been traveling with, going through all of this, might have a slightly more haggard appearance, and she was definitely crying at some points. So there
True.
could be that element to it.
True. Okay.
So who got shot?
With the 12 and the 19 identifying, thank you for keeping us on track. Both Dee Dees are able to see that the other Robbie, the rough science Robbie, was the one who shot himself in the leg accidentally. And the cane came down, gun goes down, gun goes off.
Okay.
He's
We didn't
not
kill him.
bleeding.
He's not bleeding.
Okay.
Why
maybe
were
his-
you shooting?
And he just stands up and reaches into where he had been shot and just picks out the bullet and tosses it aside. Because we have to figure out which one of us is going to go on, and I want to make this simpler.
What?
I don't know how we made it here, but we have reverted.
Yeah, that might have been my fault.
Right.
Do we need to leave? Can we go to another one?
No. You see, the problem is that points at the Walkman that currently one Dee Dee has needs to be recharged. I don't have the apparatus in this area to do that. It's not a direct jump, you see. When you have, it's like the floor is lava, except instead of the floor being lava, you're non-existent.
Mr. Prasad, what were you going to do? Shoot all of them?
Yes.
No.
No!
I don't think we can all exist in the same reality.
If you
That's
shoot
the
all of
problem.
them, what happens to us?
We exist
There's
here.
fire.
We might destroy this world if we're all here.
We can talk about this. Just
We can.
everyone, let's not leave the Grange.
What
yes?
if we knock them out and tie them up first? We did that with other Andy.
I don't want to be knocked out and tied up.
I don't want to knock out my new twin.
Yeah, I don't want to
Okay,
knock out
okay,
Andy
okay,
either.
Okay, you're right.
Nobody's
you're right.
touching
What
either
if
of us.
we
I need to make
talk?
certain at this moment that's the first time they've spoken without your ability to do so, by the way.
Huh?
Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
No.
The other versions of Andy and Tara protested when you suggested that. We're getting into a real funky space, and there's going to be a lot of questions. Let me run this back, because it seems like we've got a lot of confusion here. I was allowing Andy to be controlled by Glyza, the other Andy, along with the other Tara to be controlled when Renee was in control, describe the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
What just happened was the first instance of the other Tara and the other Andy acting without the input of Glyza and Renee. Canonically.
So as their own separate entities.
Yes. Just for a moment.
And Ravi recognizes a difference.
That happened. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So, other than killing people and tying them up, I look at the other Tara and I'm just like, I'm sorry, this is just very complicated.
What would she say to you?
She's honestly mostly just crying right now.
That's fair.
So I think it's just kind of like another wave of sobs.
Okay.
What is our other option?
Our other option is we find a less destructive means of neutralization, or we simply make sure that only one of us leaves somehow. Alive.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you're really
go-
not helping us like forge relationships with our past selves.
Going to be honest, I'm not trying to forge past relationships with this.
I know, but I just need.
I know.
I'm
This-
gonna go walk toward my dad. If I could also control the other Andy, we're both gonna go towards our dad, and I'm gonna go.
They're back in your control, yes.
I there's two of us now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. What's going on?
Alternate universes, we both say at the same time.
All right. And
You're my dad is a businessman, but he works at
that's yes, I am a businessman.
yeah.
Yes.
Cool. You won't let anything happen to both of us, right?
Of course. Of course I would. Yes, of course. Yes. Of course I wouldn't let anything happen to either of you, honey. And then just like looks between the two of you.
Yeah. So no shooting, no killing. The Andes.
No, of course I wouldn't ever hurt you.
What time is it?
It's close to 7. Why?
We need to go.
We have to leave.
All of us have to leave.
I will turn to what other Ravi,
Right.
and just I am clutching the gun, and I say, so at 7:00, there was a cult. They lit the bonfire. There was a lady in the fire singing, and it connected to the comet in the sky. And at 7:00, something went wrong. The connection broke. And that was the first time we jumped realities.
We went wrong.
Something there went wrong. It was not us.
All right. Thank you. May I please have the gun back?
No,
promise.
I really
No.
don't trust what you're going to do with it.
No.
All right.
Dee Dee will go over to Tara, take out the clip, give her the gun. You can give it back to him now.
Let's use this without the clip. All right. All right.
I give him the gun back.
He also
And I'm
emptied the chamber.
Yeah.
Are we sure he doesn't have a clip on him?
Because Tara has no fucking clue.
Are we sure he doesn't have a spare clip on him?
Thank you, Dee Dee.
It's Dorothy.
It's what?
Ooh.
Damn.
Dang.
My full name.
Darty. Thank you, Darty.
Bad Robbie messed up. No trust.
The Robbie is
Up to
Fatality.
Come over here. I don't know.
I don't know how to get us out of this situation. If we all want everyone to remain as they are, then we can't leave and we cannot be observed by anyone outside of this immediate group. Do you understand? Because the moment that starts happening, we start creating contradictions.
Yes.
What if this is a world where we just all live together? Why would it cause problems? We're fine now. Nothing's happening.
for now?
Don't never say that. Never say that.
Nothing's happening because nothing has been affected outside of the sphere of affectation. All right.
I have a question. I have
Yes.
a thing to say. I don't know if it's a question.
Sure.
And Nikki and I think other Nikki are kind of still like eyeing each other. And now Nikki says, "That's me as I am from just a couple days ago." And she turns and addresses herself and says, "If you go on, you'll follow in the same footsteps as I got to and eventually come back here where you'll be faced with the same decision. I'm not saying I want to, but I'm saying that if that happens and we continuously kill the person that's going back in time, then that's bad because it'll just be a loop. But if we, and I'm not saying we should, but if we kill the past selves, then we could just go back into our life like it was. And it's not like we're killing you because we're just preventing a time loop."
Riley, what time are
Right?
we at?
We are at, I want to say, about 6:45.
What if we send them to Melmont? We think that what happened was when the light happened and the lady and the fire and everything went all weird, that we got sent to an alternate reality, right?
It's not. It's not an alternate. It's yours.
So they are past
No,
versions
no.
of exactly
No,
us.
I'm saying, what if we send them to an alternate reality? It doesn't mean that this one got destroyed necessarily. It just meant that we left it, right? So why can't they go and we stay?
Because they are us. And it's
I don't think they would want to leave their own place.
And
Just-
the other versions of yourself begin talking at that point. Yeah, this is ours. Like, why would we leave? Shouldn't you be the ones to go since you're the one? It's like the other Selena is pointing to you and just like, you're not the me that's from here, right?
I am the
We
me
are.
you that's from here.
No, but you're not. I'm that me.
And
Right?
we're each other's me's.
So
You
this
all-
is going to happen in 14 minutes. That
Yeah.
breaks reality.
Okay, and you want us to just go do that?
No.
Good. I didn't want to do it. The other Andy just immediately responds.
Agree. Because I would never wish what we went through to anyone, especially onto ourselves.
Wait, what did we
If
go
our
through?
past selves don't do it, then did our future selves ever do it?
Yeah, I think at this point you all see
they don't-
that Dee Dee's are like clasping hands and not really saying anything, but just looking at each other. And they just sort of give an accepting nod to each other. And the Dee Dee from that timeline, not the one that you've all been with, tells all the other people, I think we have to go. if we ever want to solve this, we have to make sure that the timeline doesn't get disrupted.
Wait, one thing though.
Or, hear me out, we disappear. And then we never have to have gone through this. I get it. We can just literally forget everything.
Or we could cease to exist.
Not
Andy?
if they don't go.
Andy? Who did you lose when the lady and everything happened? Who in your family did you lose?
I didn't lose anyone. That's the point.
You didn't. I leave this. I leave him. Nikki loses Nate tomorrow.
What I'm saying is, none of us have to experience this at all. We go home. All of these past selves, they go home. They don't go to the Grange. They don't go.
It doesn't matter. We're at the
disappear.
Grange. They leave now and they go to Melmont no matter what. We didn't try to get there. It was the sleight of hand.
And what do we do, this group, the ones who's been through all that?
If it never happens, then we never happen.
I just don't want to put them through what we went through.
We survived.
Did we?
We're here.
And what choice do we really have?
We make sure to take care of them by seeing this through to the end. We make sure they survive.
And we protect this reality from collapsing.
So we can come back.
I'm not gonna force Andy to go if he doesn't want to go. And I'm gonna look at Andy. It's gonna be difficult. There's a lot of things that'll happen, but I'm not gonna force you to go. I'm willing to not put you through that.
I'm willing. You're talking to me. You're talking to you. You know what I mean? Like we both.
know.
I know. Just don't be all. You don't have to put it on yourself. You don't have to just do that. You know. If you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Okay.
I think every one of them has a right to know what they're gonna go through at least.
I'm not saying we don't tell them.
Okay, but I am saying that we have 12 minutes to tell them. Or less. 10?
There's one more thing. Those two can't go.
And then Manuel
is Leo and Manuel.
Manuel doesn't have a double here. But
Manuel was never there originally.
What do you mean about me, Celine? Leo just asks.
You weren't there in any of the other versions. If you go, she, and I put another Celine, is going to have to lose you every time we jump. And it sucks every time we jump. It never gets fixed. That's the whole point to all of this. That's why we came back. Was because I was trying to get you back. If you go, there's a chance she has to do that again.
Well, it can't be the same as last time, right? Because you all are here, right?
There's no guarantee that it won't be the same.
Okay. So what do we do?
If everyone else is okay with it, I want Leo to go with Manuel and drive out of here.
Did Celine drop there for everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, she cut out.
Yeah, you cut out, Knox. Do you mind saying that again?
It said if everyone else is okay with it, I think Leo should go with Manuel and they should drive out of here. Not towards Melmont, just go home.
I think Ravi should go as well. He wasn't with us when we went.
Yeah.
Okay, but hear me out. This Ravi should.
Oh yeah,
Should
Cool.
stay. Should
Shooting
stay.
McGravy should definitely.
Yeah,
come.
no, he goes.
Yeah, Shooty McRavi should go.
I wasn't going. Wait, leave or come with you?
Go to Melmont with the others.
You
All
have
right,
your gun.
so-
You can make sure everyone is safe.
No.
Oh, not without the bullets.
But
So you're just allow me to get this straight. You're asking that Manuel, and you just point that Manuel, that Leo, to just leave, get out of here, go, and everyone else to go on, go to Melmont. Yes.
yes.
What about the other Robbie? And he just points, and the guy.
Oh, other Ravi can
Hi,
also
darling.
go home. You can go to Melmont. I'm going to be very honest with you. We like him better.
It's not the
Through
first time
no
that's been
fault.
said.
Through no fault of your own. Well, maybe
A little
little
bit fault of your own. You
No,
pulled a
it's
gun
all
on
fault
them.
of his own.
I mean,
little
he
bit.
lost Dee Dee.
He got
And
over
she was
it.
so young.
He's about to kill Dee Dee.
Jolly Ravi had a lot of good jokes and good snacks in his Jaguar.
What Nikki said.
Sorry, I was trying to like devil's advocate here.
I
Don't
can't.
Why not?
I don't have an approximate double. You see, the problem is that it's like a blood transfusion. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah, my mom does those sometimes.
Yes. Has she ever had one rejected?
Yeah, it's not good. They get feverish, and sometimes it's like the blood attacks the body instead of healing it.
Yes. Well, that's the problem here. All of us, Dottie, Tara, Andy, Nikki, Celine, all of us, not those others. We're the virus here. Do you understand that?
But I thought you said that we could get back, and that it would be okay, and that we could
Yes.
figure it out.
Yes, we can get back and do all of that. Have you ever tried doing a heart transplant where instead of removing the original heart, you instead just shove two hearts into the body?
I don't think anyone's ever tried to do that, no.
Oh no, we've tried. It's failed horrifically.
I don't know what kind of medicine you have in your universe, but my mom would
Advanced.
never do that. Okay. And it is just animals, so.
Yes, just animals.
Okay.
We really don't like you.
I understand. However, we don't have much of a choice to be together. I suppose you could leave me here to disintegrate, but we have a timetable.
Where are we at?
10 minutes away.
So why can't we go with our doubles and help them through what we went through
Oh,
and
we
make
can
sure it doesn't
certainly do
happen like that?
We can certainly do that. There's just no guarantee that we will exist after it.
Or that we'll all be together.
Or that we'll all be together.
Yeah.
You know what? It's your realm. If you want to go with it, you're more than able to. All right? Point me where you want me, and I'll go.
So I think we're all going back to the bonfire then, huh?
Back to the bonfire. Right. They're coming with.
Yeah.
If they choose so.
So
Right.
something addressing the others. So something weird's about to happen. There's a cult, and we didn't do so great the first time. Um, I think you need to trust each other, and you need to stick together, and you need to stick with us, and don't panic.
Riley, can I say something for Other Terra, or
You absolutely can.
Other Terra is completely panicking. I think the sequence of events with how the mystery was presented to her the first time at least helped her stay off her footing enough to not break. But having a multiple doubles appear out of nowhere and one point a gun at another, her best friend's dad, it's not working for her. And I think she is just like hugging herself tightly and shaking her head.
I think Nikki from now walks over to her and says, hey, Tara. I don't know if you know me really well yet, but it's gonna be okay. And I moved to take her hand. I don't know how she would react to it, but I moved to take her to take her hand and say,
don't think it really works, but like you could like put a hand on her arm or something.
Okay. I just want you to know that in the past couple days you saved my life a couple of times, and I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry this is really scary. It is for us too. But I want you to know that I am your friend, and I wouldn't have been able to say that a couple days ago. And the other Nikki's like, whatever. and she just is like, and I want to be there for you. I'm sorry.
I think Other Terra looks up with just like these big red and puffy eyes, and kind of says, I saved your life?
Yeah. And Celine's too.
Yep.
You're really, really brave.
I'm really, really not.
You are when
Well,
it really matters, Tara. You were when we needed you.
Okay. Okay, I can try.
Before they go, can Celine get a quick moment with Leo?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't understand what you mean by there's. I don't understand.
There's not much time for me to explain. I just know that you can't be here right now.
What do you mean?
When this first happened, I sent you off. I sent you away from me. I thought I was keeping you safe. I thought I was sending you with Nikki and you'd be okay. And then you never came home. You didn't exist anymore, or at one point you were my sister who died in a car crash when I was a baby.
That's your sister?
Yeah, it's all been really weird, but the point is you, Leo, my Leo, never came home. And I know that I work a lot and I know that I'm never there, and I am so, so sorry. And it has nothing to do with you, Leo. It has always been for you.
You
And all of this has been, no, you need to get it. Everything that has happened since you've gone, everything that I have done has been so I can be with you again. I don't want her to go through what I did because I didn't like my world without you. And so I'm sending you, hopefully, somewhere safe again with people who can keep you safe because I didn't.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go back to Melmont, apparently.
Okay. I'm sorry. I know you're... I know you tried really hard. You don't got to be so hard on yourself, you know?
It's been a hard couple of days, honey.
Thank you, though. Can you make sure she gets back to me at least?
That's what we're hoping. We're hoping we're going to find a way where all of us can get back to each other somehow.
Okay.
Where it's not going to break everything.
All right. Am I headed away with Mr. Panganiban then, I guess?
Yeah, you're going to go with Ravi and with Jolly Ravi, not the one with the gun.
Hello!
Yes, you're going to go with him and Mr. Panganiban. And they're hopefully going to take you somewhere where you'll be safe. And I'll take care of Celine.
All right. Okay.
All right.
And he just comes up and gives you a big hug.
I love you. Be safe, okay?
And then he just very quietly asks, was I cute? You know, I was like a girl.
You were a baby. You didn't make it past like age 2.
Well, like,
but I'm
was
sure
I a cute baby though? Like,
Yes.
did you see the picture?
You were the cutest baby.
You always get, like, even in this alternate reality, you're still just being kind of a jerk. I gotta say that. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to be mean. I'm sorry. You're nice.
I'm so sorry that I can't tell you if you would have been a cute girl, like a cute
I just
girl,
want to
12-year-old
know. You're
girl.
from a different universe than me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure you would have been the cutest of 12-year-old girls.
I know I would have been.
You would have been so cute.
And then just like punches your shoulder. Yeah, Andy. You are muted.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The parents can't be fine with this. There's 2 adults that have been watching this whole thing that are like, they can't be fine with this.
I think Jolly Ravi, might actually understand the situation to some extent.
Yeah. Do you?
But you have a point. That's pretty messed up.
The teenagers are making the plans.
Yeah.
Dads.
I do want to notice Jolly Ravi seems completely on board with whatever the hell is happening. He doesn't appear to have a thought in the world about this.
Smashing idea, Dee Dee.
Ah, smashing, darling. Good job. He's just very
So
encouraging.
smart. I raced you properly.
He's walked over to the 2 DDs. Smashing. I love that. And just like pointing between them.
Great, Scott.
It is Manuel who does have a problem with it, though. And you see his look, and you catch out of the corner of your eye as he's getting into the car and as Leo's going away. You catch this weird look at the other Andy, and then you catch this look at you. And it's very steely. You've seen him give that look a lot of times. Never to you. Never, ever to you. That look is not an Andy look. Andy gets plenty of parental looks. Your parents have... it's like fine cutlery that they take down for when they need to admonish you. There's the one where they say your full name and your nickname, and there's the other one. Like, there's all manners of address and all looks that you've gotten, Andy. But the one that Manuel Panganiban is giving you right now is the one he typically gives to clients that he is about to fuck over in every single regard. And you just hear the other Robbie eventually say, all right, let's make our way to Melmont. Get the other ones out.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah, Andy?
You saw the look with Dad, right?
Yeah, I saw the look with him.
He's gonna do something.
Yeah, he is. I got it.
Okay. Like I said, I don't mind disappearing.
And Andy just gives you this look. A look you've given plenty of other people when they question you. So to get it from you with all the intent and seriousness of giving it to another person is very uncanny for you.
Oof, that's
but
weird.
Andy gives you that.
I'm just saying.
He's my dad. Okay.
Okay.
He's your dad too, but he's...
Right.
Yeah.
Time.
6:55.
We have to go.
Quite right. Shall we?
I'll go over to the other Terra and help her up.
As you go over to the other Terra and help her up, as Andy walks side by side with the other Andy, and Celine and the Leon give hugs. I think the Nickies are having a conversation about how too many of them were spilling out at one point. I think that's a very Nicky conversation.
Like, it wasn't my first time seeing a double of you, and it probably won't be the last.
Yeah, it makes sense. One time I was down and just like going into a different story, though. As this is all happening, the other Robbie walks, not the Jolly Robbie, not the good ship Jolly Robbie. The other Robbie walks up to besides Darty. Just says, we can't coexist simultaneously here. There's going to be a choice that needs to be made. And I cannot be the one to figure it out. So I understand you don't trust me. Your friends don't trust me. However, it's us or them.
That's a very defeatist way to think about things. The father that I grew up with would never allow me to think that way. I will make the hard choice if I must, but only if I must.
Yes, of course. And then he just increases his walk speed as he begins to walk on the trail to where Melmont goes. And more of as an aside to himself than anybody else, he just says, I'm sure that's exactly what your father would have done for you. And that's where we'll leave the session for this evening. No cliffhangers this week, except for the big one where we're going with doppelgangers of ourselves back in time to the original time span that we fucked everything up. Welcome to Harsh Realms. Thanks for episode 4 and being here watching it. We appreciate all of you. Let's do some shout outs. Agent Domino D&D Audio, thank you so much for that. Oh, our audio is looping. Sphinx, thank you so much for being here. Exo Wonder Girl, just thank you everybody for being here. I'm Riley Gritch. This is Girls Run These Worlds, and this is Harsh Realms Season 1. We do this every Tuesday. You can find us here at 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern for our East Coast friends. Convert that to whatever non-American time you need to, because that's where my knowledge stops. I'm sorry. I'm Riley Gritch on Twitter and Twitch. I was here. That occurred. Chris, Deanna, congratulations on getting us through our production.
Yeah.
So much for
Yeah.
dealing with that and playing at the same time. That's badass. How about you give your
Producing
outro?
debut.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
the debut.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Christiana or Chris. You can find me at Carpe Christie on all the socials. And I bet if you just like search me, you'll find some random account that I discarded a long time ago. Don't do that though. Actually, that's weird. You can you find me here on Tuesdays and also Saturdays on TTRPG. I am also a TTRPG writer, and soon I'll be able to announce a couple of really exciting projects that I'm on, and hopefully we'll be on future ones as well. I played Darty or Dee Dee tonight, and she's broken, so that's great. Thank you, Riley.
You're welcome.
Take it away,
Hey.
Liza.
Oh, take it away,
Hello.
Liza.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Glyza. I go by they, them. Today I played Adriana or Andy Panganiban, trying to do the Glyza thing of disappearing or dying. I'm a person of many hats. I am a podcast host. I'm a writer. I'm a variety streamer. I'm a talk show host of a show called Trial Run. And it's a show where I interview different TTRPG personalities, creators, players, GMs, and everything else in between. I create a character with them and run them through a quick one shot. Speaking of TTRPG personalities, I guess I'm one as well. To see all of the stuff I'm in, just check out bio.link/classical Glyza to see wherever you can find me, or just look for me at classical Glyza everywhere on the socials, but especially on Twitter, because I not only make all of my announcements there, I can be a little bit funny, and I am always a delight. I'm also, as announced yesterday, it's not obvious today, but I am a nominee for the New Jersey Webfest Best in Costume for one of the games that I played. Currently, this is not
Cool.
usually the costume that I'm doing, but I think it was pretty well. So, yay! Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, Glyza. How about we toss it over to Renee?
Hi, I'm Renee Rhodes. I use she, her pronouns, as does Tara, the character that I played, Tara Troy, who is, maybe not broken for the first time at the end of an episode. This is probably the strongest foundation we've left her on. Woohoo! Also, that's maybe the biggest moral dilemma I've ever faced in playing TTRPGs ever. So, that's fun. You can find me primarily on Twitter at RayDeanR and RayDean everywhere else, but I mostly use Twitter, and that is where you can find any of my upcoming projects. Really quickly, I also stream Saturdays on the Wandering DMs channel, Wandering Society. That is a Scion game where I play Morning, a Scion of the Morrigan. And I love that game. I'm here every Tuesday. Obviously, love this game too. And I'm returning to podcasting for the first time in a few years with the hope that it will be the first step towards getting back to a number of other creative projects that fell by the wayside when I caught COVID for the first time last year. So you can listen to that in International Podcasting Month coming up next month, September 2022. And I think that's it. If you follow my Twitter, you also get pictures of cute cats and random thoughts.
Great. And Nox, you want to take next?
All right. Hi, I'm Nox. I was Celine today, causing absolute chaos. Unlike when she first started, everything's gone downhill for her. You can find me here on Tuesdays. I love this game. It is a highlight of my week. And you can find me on Twitter at Nocturnal_7. I don't really have a lot. I just retweet a bunch of stuff, but I'm there and you can talk to me. And, maybe I'll actually start talking. You never know. There is a chance. most people, when I start doing that, want me to stop. But maybe you'll start. So yeah.
Great. And Kels, you want to take us out?
Yo, thanks for being here tonight, everyone who's watching. I'm Kels. I played Nikki, one of many Nikkis that we saw tonight. And I'm here. You can find me on socials at PokeKels, like PokeKels, but it's Poke because I like Pokemon a lot. Nothing to promote just now except for this beautiful show and my jewelry business, my jewelry and sculpture business, which you can find at Red Scale Design on Twitter and on Etsy. That's pretty much it. Love TTRPGs, everyone. That was a command.
Love them.
Love them now.
if there's one thing that you can take from our humble, joyous session of tabletop role-playing we've shared with you today, and the wonderful creative people who are in charge of running this channel, including Chris, who helped with reverse production of all time, then do what Kel said and love tabletop role-playing. Do it. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy. Love them.